So, dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. And be comfortable yourself and relax your body. So, once we get connected with our other students, we're ready to start the session for today. Okay, so, dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. And keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, let's take few minutes to understand how this meditation will help for us to develop our day-to-day life. And at the same time, out of our conventional development, how we can go towards our spiritual success. Always you have to remember your spiritual practice not separated from your conventional life. So, in a certain way, that your spirituality means the way you maintain your physical and material world is your spirituality, the basic level. So, and at the same time, when it comes to our personal life, there is no something called your personal life separated from your spiritual life. So you have only one life. Sometimes, and according to the events, according to the situations, we may be engaged with certain environment. That doesn't mean you're going to have a different life. Same life you share in separate certain ways. So then whatever your spirituality means, that whatever your personal life. So whatever your personality means, the itself your spirituality also. So that's why understanding yourself and whatever you practice, it is not something that you practice here, the result going to be somewhere else. So when you practice, your result going to be there with you. When it comes to our life, always you have to remember this everything, this material thing, this physical things, everything based with the mind. So mind is the foundation, mind is the forerunner. So according to the condition of your mind, whatever our experience can change. So that's why rather than having unbalanced, turbulence mind, if your mind is clear, sharp, and balanced, so then whatever the outside situation, you can handle and you can go through it. When it comes to the mind, there is no such a thing called unchangeable, permanent, concrete, solid mind. So especially according to the Theravada Buddhism, your mind always change. It is not one thought. It's a kind of like a flux. It's kind of like a connection. It's like a chain. Thoughts arising, disappearing, arising, disappearing, is arising, disappearing. The mind itself not belong to one entity or one energy path. It always change, and it always arising and changing and connected to one thing. So this process itself never going to end until you have enough wisdom to see it and recognize it and understand how it come to be as it is. So through the meditation, what we does, in the beginning we bring a condition to our mind to settle down. So that is very necessary. Another thing is meditation. It's a kind of like a uncluttering your mind. So uncluttering means taking out that unnecessary parts from your mind. That means unnecessary thoughts from your mind. So if you look very carefully, we are very addicted to think. We always thinking. It doesn't matter we like or not, sometimes it happen itself. But if you have the effort to develop your awareness, what will happen? This thinking pattern going to slow down, settle down. And your awareness, your tranquility state capable to have that undisturbed mind. So that will help you to see the very nature of the mind. Because when the mind engages with too much things, you are not capable to understand what it is. You just go with it. So once you are capable to allow your mind to settle down, not to go with thoughts, not to go with emotions, not to go with mental formations, you can see the mind going to settle down, slow down. And once the mind slow down, clarity going to be there. So once the clarity is there, you are capable to unplug, release a lot of bias that happening, holding the mind around it. Why? Because when we come to this world, just imagine when we come to this mother's womb, the very first thing we get a body, pre-physical body. You don't spend any money to get a physical body. You don't spend anything. It's a free of charge. It's a gift for you from this side of the world, having a body. The thing is, you cannot choose it. And by the time once you become adult, maybe you can shape it a little bit, but still you just get a physical body from this side of the world. But from the other side of the world, you bring only one thing. That's your consciousness or your awareness or your mind. And that your consciousness come to this side related to the power of karma. So once you come to this side, the very first thing you get a body, physical body, and your consciousness going to settle down with it. And then when you come out of the mother's womb, you get a very free name. It's very free. You don't need to pay for it. But in case, just imagine when you want to change the name, there are few situations come, you can change the name. But otherwise, if you're willing to change the name, you have to pay for it. You have to put advertisement on papers. See? But when you're born, you get a very free name. Not only that, you get a very free language. You get a very free culture. You get a very free religion. And your parents, brothers, sisters, friends and family members, neighbors, this everybody free. It's a free package. Your life means that you're going to have a lot of free things. You know what? That's why a lot of people like these free things. When they hear, oh, it's free, oh, give it to me. It doesn't matter, you like it or not. Even just whatever, you can't read any newspaper, just imagine if somebody give it free, you just take it. From where this habit comes? Because we born to this world, everything we get free. We love to have free things. But the thing is this, your mind, by the time, get a lot of bias with this, all the free things that you got to your body, your culture, your language, and your religion, neighborhood, environment, that whatever the family and whatever they keep doing, that's everything. You become biased to that all. You hold it and then you think, this is my life. I want to protect this. I want to take care of it. I want to empower it. So like that, then you go crazy to take care of a lot of things like that. And sometimes you want to keep protect it, and you do a lot of things for that. And then by the time, what happens? You end up your life. And then you miss the opportunity here and becoming a human being. And you came to this world, and then by the time, rather than learning from the world, rather than getting to your next level, what you have done, you just go behind that mental bias. So that's why we all have this. So you have to be very careful with this, your own habitual patterns and the things that you go through in your mind, in your life. And again and again and again, look yourself. It's not easy for us to get out of that or unplug it. So that's why we have to slowly settle down and allow things to settle down and a little bit observe our own mind. So once you have it, from there, you are capable to navigate yourself a little bit more deeper. So as I mentioned from the beginning, the mind is not unchangeable, solid one thing. it always changing. So now you see this change fundamentally in the bottom of your own life. Just see then out of this changeable mind that whatever the emotions arise, so whatever the thoughts arise, and whatever the desire arise, it cannot be solid. It cannot be forever. It always brings the changeable result. So then our mental formations means, our cankers mean, our sanskara means, our history means what? So whatever we have done in our past, or whatever we go through in our past as experience. But when we go through that, what happens? We hold it to that experience, believing this is me, this is this is I am. Then it's kind of like glue. This self-centered, egocentric mind is kind of like a glue. It has power to absorb things toward it. The problem is this: when you absorb anything towards you, it's not going to come just itself. It comes with some other things which we don't see. So just imagine when you order something online, it's not going to come itself. It comes in a package. There are a lot of unnecessary things inside. You have to throw that all. But you cannot tell, oh, I don't know, I don't want this, I don't want that, like that. Because it's going to come with it. And maybe, of course, you have some personal experience. When you order something, sometimes there are bonus things come with it. You never expected that. When you open the package, it's there. So some things like that in our world. With our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, when we experience things as perception, when we perceive things, and when the contacts happens, when we hold it to the contacts, what happens? It's not going to be there just only with that what we saw or what we heard. It may going to come with a lot of unnecessary things. That unnecessary things, that extra things deeply have a connection to your subconscious mind or your deeper inner consciousness related to greed, hatred, or the delusion. This is why sometimes we do certain things on the surface level, but when the result going to come, there are a lot of unnecessary pain, situations. There are a lot of unnecessary consequences we have to face. So that's why practicing meditation give you a clarity to yourself to understand more and more and more your inner nature of the mind. Because once you go inward and declutter this mind, take out a lot of all the unnecessary things, that clarity give you very clear understanding related to your present moment. You are capable to see and experience how these things arise in you. And especially if there are roots related to greed, hatred, and the delusion, you are capable to see it there before it come out of your bodily, verbally, mentally action. So then you can cut it there. You can minimize the strength of it. You can uproot it. You can divert it to something. You can change it. So that is the power of the consciousness or the awareness or the sati or the mindfulness. Not to change the outside world. It says that when you become mindful, you can kind of like move the mountains, change the colors of the sunlight. It says when if you use the high mental powers, you can turn daylight to night. You can move the clouds to opposite side. You can bring the rain. You can shake the earth. So like that. Of course, when the mind, when you develop the power of the mind, it's unlimited. But the thing is, if you don't have the ability to see the very bottom of the mind and change the direction of the greed, hatred, and the delusion, then you are in very great danger. That's why there are many, many stories from the yogis, from the sages, from the gurus in the past. They develop their mind to the highest with the high mental powers. And then end of that all, they into big trouble, which there is no U-turn. So that's why whatever that happens around us, if you look very carefully, this all result of our own mind, not somebody else. So you can change this. How? You have to have the ability to go deeper into yourself and see the very nature or the condition of the mind. That is where you can change. So that's why don't struggle with this outside situation. Don't struggle with others. Don't fight with others. Don't argue with others. Just by arguing, you cannot change anybody. So more than me, you have experience arguing with each other in day-to-day life. As a husband and wife, children, parents, brothers, sisters, how many times you argue regarding a certain situation? You know that. But still you know the problem is there. Still it is there. You didn't fix it. You couldn't fix it. And that other people, didn't understand because you argue. No. And sometimes we cannot teach people. We cannot change people. But most of time in day-to-day life, what we try to change people. We try to teach people. We try to bring them to our side. No one going to be in your side. Everybody have their own way of life. So don't try to bring them to your side. So then what you can do? Go into yourself and look into you and see what is happening inside. Why? Because this all happens in this million peoples. How we come to this level and how we live around this kind of people. How you get into this kind of trouble. How you get into this kind of situation. It's not by mistake. look into you, and there is some kind of reason keep pulling this kind of situation, this kind of people around you. Fix it. Otherwise, what will happen? If you die, you're going to born with that same kind of energy, same kind of thought pattern. And then wherever you go, you're going to get as a package, free package, this kind of situations. See this in this world. No, you never wish to have this kind of situations, but now you have it. You got it free. So how it came to you like this? There's something in you to invite that kind of situation to yourself. So that's why don't try to push the situation from outside. Go inside, unplug all the bias that you're carrying within yourself. And then anymore, it's not going to come towards you. Or maybe within, in this very moment, right now, right here, you are capable to get out of that situation. So that's why you are the one who can do this for you. Don't look for anybody. Get the fully responsibility to your own life and work for your own mind. That's the only way to get out of this all. Of course, in conventional life, we can work each other. We can help each other. We can do things in between us. But still, when it comes to the end of the day, we have to deal with our own mind. That is where maybe you experience the hell or heaven. So then, that hell or heaven depend on your choice. So then look into yourself and see what you experience. Do you want it? If not, change inside you. Change your inner behavior. There are deeper in you certain secret mental behavior, physical behavior, still you keep doing. It still keep coming with you. There are certain thoughts still keep coming with you. That's why it is there. Go into it. Slowly try to find it and uproot it. Just seeing itself is enough from the beginning. You don't need to do it, just recognize it. Just know yourself, you have it. And then you will see the very next day, it becomes powerless. So that is a very different way of dealing with our life, dealing with the world, dealing with the mind. So this is the beauty of the mental practice. But what is happening? Why we need to practice this now? Because we are forgetting our condition of the mind and we are dealing with outside people and outside situation. We are so busy to fix the outside world and we don't see our inside. So practicing meditation means you take a time and little by little have the ability to observe yourself and have the introspection and recognize your inner behavior. And once you recognize that, the very next moment going to become very brand new moment for you. And at the same time, when the mental formations or the cankers or any habitual patterns not going to overtake, your next moment of life. So if you can experience it within this very lifetime, then you're going to have very clear balance, tranquility, mindset, and at the same time, wisdom to understand how things come to be as they are. If you have that wisdom, then from that point, your life completely going to become different. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Swapatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So when you observe the inhalation, exhalation, don't interfere with the breathing. Just allow it to happen naturally as it is. When it happens, just recognize it. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars, reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Please, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata chammihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya Dhamma Nudhamma Patipattiya Buddhang Pujemi Dhammang Pujemi Sanghang Pujemi Addaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadi Maranam Ha Paribunjisami Idammi Punya Kammang Asavakkaya Vahang Hotu Sabba Dukkha Pamuncatu. Bless you.